What's up, y'all? It's your girl Big Cash back at it again with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Honestly, if this is your first time watching me, I'd say stick around and look out for the content that is coming, because this video is going to be a little bit different. So y'all see the title, you already see what I'm going to be talking about and addressing, and honestly, this isn't something that I really wanted to make a video about. This isn't nothing I wanted to address, and I obviously been putting it off and ignoring and stuff for so long. But it came to the point where it's beyond, making a simple post. It's beyond addressing it like through a comment or whatever. So I am here to basically, as you see by the title, tell my truth, the truth, and my side of the story basically. So yeah, y'all wanted the truth. I be getting questions all over. Literally, y'all blow me up asking what happened with me and Rodney, what happened, are y'all still friends, blah blah blah. And I understand why y'all still ask, because as much as I could be like, y'all should just leave it alone, y'all see we're not making content and it is what it is, it's very one-sided. There's me who's actually going on with my life and like going on doing what I want to do in my content and stuff, and then there's Rodney who kind of still feeds stuff to y'all, and still it's very confusing. So I understand that, and basically I'm just gonna tell y'all what it is from the start to now and where it's gonna be at and how it's gonna end. First things first, I want to say that this all started 4 months ago, literally 4 months ago, and that's a pretty long time. Like 4 months ago is a long time, and I know it was 4 months ago because I looked at when the video was posted that kind of started all of this, and that was all 4 months ago. First off, just to say, this like friendship that we had started off with just making nice like friendly videos. We collabed, we worked together, we were cool, we were friends. We both understood what we did, we both made YouTube videos and content. And yeah, he was obviously more experienced with YouTube just because he's been doing it for so long. He had a bigger subscribe count and everything, and basically he just knew what he was doing. From what it seemed, I obviously had like my opinion and my like thoughts as well, but when it came to like other things, I did put trust in him when it came to making videos and what we should do and what we shouldn't do and stuff like that. That being said, we did the videos that were in trend and going viral because that's what he knew would get views. So videos like the backseat prank or the lock screen prank, or just a lot of pranks and just a lot of viral trends that were going on. He mainly did them on his channel, and they always blew up. Y'all tend to like them, and he knew that that's how he was going to be able to get views. I also did videos on my channel. They were a little bit different. They weren't necessarily the videos that were like viral or going trending, but I had my share of like the content and stuff on my channel, which some of y'all probably saw. No matter what though, whether we did any type of video, or whether he was pranking me, or if I catched on or whatever, my answer in the video and how I acted was always true. If I told y'all in the video like I'm not getting in the back seat with y'all or I don't like you, or whatever I said in the video was true to my answer. I never really I never tried to put on a front for what was going on for the camera. True with my answer and how the video went, just because I wanted to make sure I wasn't, I had a life outside of YouTube. I had, people that I talked to, and friends, and just I had a life outside of YouTube. So I did not want to have like this persona played on a channel as if me and Rodney were like in a relationship, or if we were talking or anything like that, because in real life we weren't, and we literally did not talk at all unless there was a camera in front of us, and unless we were talking about like content or video, but I'm gonna get into that later. The videos blowing up and stuff and getting a lot of views, and us doing more content like TikToks and stuff, and just doing more stuff around each other and showing it to y'all, that's when the audience and I guess his fans, or I'm not sure what he calls them, but like I like to call them supporters and stuff, basically they just got very persistent with what they wanted and what they wanted to see. Y'all wanted us to hook up, y'all wanted us to be a couple, y'all wanted us to do videos that I was not okay doing, just because in reality, off camera and on camera, at least for me, we were not a thing. We were just friends making content together, and I did not feel comfortable, you know, doing videos or like just doing, I don't want to say stuff that was inappropriate, but if you guys are friends, then there's certain things, you know, that I feel like that are inappropriate. So I just didn't feel comfortable doing those type of videos. And the people who really wanted to see us, you know, make content like that were becoming very persistent, and I could say annoying in a sense, because it was, you know, you guys were under my Instagram, my TikToks, my YouTube, my comments, my live. All y'all wanted to see and talk about was Rodney. And, you know, that was kind of, for me, it was like, dang, like, what the heck, you know, I do other things but videos with Rodney. So that's when I really started to realize, you know, I want to make content for me, you know, I want to have my own audience and stuff, not just who want to see, you know, me and Rodney. So with that, from my understanding, Rodney knew and he agreed with me how the audience and like the fans and stuff, I guess you could say, were very persistent. They were very, you know, when I would talk to him about it, he agreed with me. He knew what I was talking about and he understood it, and that all happened off camera. So I'm thinking, you know, he agrees with me, we're on the same page, and that's what, you know, that's kind of what it was. So now we're about to really get into like the story, and we're gonna go in order of everything that happened. And yeah, so basically fast forward, I'm thinking we're on the same page. We both know the fans are getting a little bit crazy, and you know, we gotta chill out, we gotta calm down, right? Well, then Rodney went on this trip. I think he went to Louisiana, I'm not sure, but he gets back and he messaged me, and he knows that I recently moved and stuff, and he's like, yo, let me pull up on you, I want to see the new house, blah blah blah, all that. While we're talking and stuff, he doesn't tell me that he's gonna be filming. He doesn't tell me that he has a video for us to do. He doesn't tell me, like, I'm thinking that we're gonna talk about videos and we're probably gonna make a video, but what he ends up doing, I was not aware of. So the video that I'm talking about is the video where he pulls up to my house and he confronts me about what I said in my bathing suit video. Now, if y'all are caught up, if y'all know the situation and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, I made a YouTube video and I'm wearing a bathing suit, and I say like, oh, this is so cute, I'll wear this around old boy. And then me and Rodney make a video and I wear that bathing suit in the video. Now, he pulls up to my house, and at first everything's all cool, he's just recording and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, okay, he's just vlogging. And mind you, before, when me and Rodney would do videos, we would always be up to date. Like, we would know what we were filming, we would know what's going on. Neither of us were ever in the loop. So for me, him pulling out the camera and stuff, it was different. You know, I was kind of like, oh, you're just vlogging, you know. That's what I expected. I didn't expect him to ask me a question like this, because usually if he was going to do a video like that, he would tell me, you know, and I would know, and we would both agree with this so that we could both be on the same page. Well, when he asked me this question, basically he asked me, who are you talking about in the video where you said, oh boy, because you say that and then you wear the bathing suit in the video that we make together. And I see exactly where he's talking about, and if you've watched both of those videos, you would know what I'm talking about, you know. But I see where he's coming from, where he's saying like, oh, you said that in the video and then you wore that bathing suit with me. So in my head, I'm like, oh, he's just making content, you know, it is what it is. But then at the same time, I'm like, why would you ask me that? You know I'm not talking to you, you know I'm not talking about you, you know. But I give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, okay, he's just asking me, he's making content. I answer the question for him, and I'm like, no, I wasn't talking about you, and you know that. I wore that bathing suit just because, you know, as a girl, when you feel comfortable in something, you know, you're gonna wear what you feel comfortable in, and I felt comfortable in that bathing suit, and I knew I was gonna be filmed in a video, so I wore that. So yes, so I tell him and I answer him in the video that, you know, it's not about you. And in the video, he is kind of not even kind of, he is very much so like, he's just trying to call me out and say like I'm lying. So then I'm like, what the heck, what do you mean I'm lying? Like, Rodney, come on, you know I'm not talking about you. Like, we literally do not talk. So, you know, I'm not talking about you. A lot of people in the comments and stuff were saying like how I was getting frustrated, or even he in the video was like, yo, why are you getting like so mad, blah blah blah, because I'm sitting here like, first of all, you already know that what they're going to do, they're going to take this information that you're giving to them, and they are going to full on run with it. They're going to harass or just like be very more persistent with the thought of wanting us to be like a couple channel and stuff, and you're telling them that I'm lying knowing dang well I'm not lying. You know, it was very frustrating on my part, and I was getting frustrated, and I feel like I didn't like get, you know, I didn't get crazy or like hyphy in the video or nothing, or even in person in general, but I was just kind of like, come on now, you know I'm not lying. Like, Rodney, we don't talk. Why are you still feeding this to them? And I even say in the video that like, you do whatever. I think I said, I think I even said in the video that he feeds on to comments, and he feeds on to like just the audience. He lets them think there's more to it than it really is, and that's where it was really like frustrating and upsetting, because I'm like, I'm sitting here being very, you know, standing my ground and saying like, y'all, we're just friends, and then him on the other hand is making y'all think otherwise. Of course, you know, it's confusing to be, you know, you guys on the other side of the screen trying to figure out what's going on. I was also already filming at that time, so then I pulled out my camera, and because I was doing a vlog for that day, and I made that like a totally separate video because it was so long. But basically I just explained like, no, I wasn't talking to him, we are not, you know, talking, we're not a couple, we're not nothing close to that. We make content for y'all and we're friends, and that's all it's ever going to be. And I make that clear in the video. In the video, I'm pretty sure I say how like Rodney will sometimes feed y'all stuff that isn't what it really is. So yeah, and I tell y'all that in that video, but I guess nobody wanted to believe me. With that, I'm trying to say that and explain to y'all that, you know, he's feeding shit to y'all that isn't true, without just full out saying Rodney lies to y'all or Rodney's lying to y'all. You know, I didn't want to just straight out bust him out, because, you know, we were friends. I was like, I was taken off guard, but I still didn't want to, you know, bust him out to his whole fan base, especially because I was like, if I was to say that in his video, he's probably going to cut it out. That's why I made sure to, you know, put out my side, because I wasn't sure what he was going to do after he edited that video. After that video, we did not talk or make content for a long time. Like, after that video dropped, we didn't text for a while or like talk. We didn't make content. We didn't have like no communication for a while. So yeah, with that, basically I went on with my life. I started to, you know, make my content that I wanted to make, you know, kind of just rebrand for me, and I went on with my life. You know, it is what it is. That's when, fast forward some time from there, out of nowhere, Rodney drops a video and it says the truth video about me and Cassandra, and it's supposed to be a Q&A, but basically almost the whole time of him talking that video, he's kind of just, he's lying and he disrespects me in like different ways, and it's just, the video was just unnecessary, honestly. So I'm not sure how long the video is, but I do know at 8:45 that's when he starts to talk about me and answer the question of basically what happened to Cassandra, and they ask him to not make it like a short answer or whatever, so he doesn't, but then he goes on to tell y'all stuff that just doesn't make sense, and that's what I'm about to address. So basically at 10:41 he explains that he is going to get his videos done regardless, and he talks about how, you know, he does what he does for content and for views and stuff, and he talks about how when we were doing videos like the lock screen prank and stuff, it got like 800k views. Like, we were definitely doing numbers on his channel, and you know, he knows how to get views, I guess. After he's done talking about that, at 11:17 he talks about how in the video that I made, I guess he said he made himself seem like he wanted to mess with me, as in I think he means like he made himself seem like he liked me or whatever in the video. I think people were only saying that because he kept calling me a liar and stuff after I already gave him the answer. You know, he kept pushing it. At 12:11 that's when he talks about how, you know, y'all, I guess, we're calling him thirsty, and it was like bothering him because he was like, I'm not thirsty, like what are you talking about? You know, he was just talking about how y'all I guess we're calling him thirsty because he wasn't taking my answer in the video. At 12:49 is when he talks about the old boy video and stuff, which is kind of, you know, it doesn't make sense, because he made the video, and when making that video he asked me that question, you know, are you talking about me? I told him no, And I'm telling y'all no, like I'm telling y'all no that I'm not talking about you, and you know I'm not talking about you. And he kind of, that's when he's going and he's saying, oh, you're lying, that's cap, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know I'm not talking to you. And he's like, that's, I think, when people were talking and telling him that he is like thirsty or whatever in the comments. So I feel like in a sense it backfired on him. It's like, you asked me for my answer, I gave you my answer, and now you're upset. At 13:31, that's when he goes, shorty, it's the internet. And he basically talks as if like I don't know what I'm doing, as if, you know, he just knows so much better than me, and like he's just talking to me very like in a belittle type of way. He even talks about how YouTubers can be weird. You already know how that internet stuff goes. And that's when he says, you know, basically Cassandra let the comments get to her, which in a sense we both understood that and we both agreed. It's just he kept feeding onto it, and I was like, no, like shutting it down. And that's where the whole like miscommunication to y'all happened. This is then where at 14:14 he talks about a TikTok that I made, which is kind of hypocritical because he says I let the comments get to me and I don't understand the internet and stuff. But then he talks about how I make a TikTok for jokes that he should understand, because I made the TikTok and I was all like, when you make content with someone and people think y'all should get together, and in the video I'm saying like no, blah blah blah. It's like a, y'all know how TikTok is. Either way, it was just for jokes, and from my understanding we were both on the same page, so that TikTok shouldn't have upset him because we both knew we didn't talk. Out of anything, I feel like he should have agreed, or he would have agreed with the TikTok rather than let it like upset him, just because it's true. Like my TikTok was true. They see two people make content, now they want us to be a couple. Like, you know, it was a joke, but then it was still true, and he took it and he got upset about it, which I actually didn't know about because he didn't tell me. You know, all I heard about it was in the video. And he skips over to 14:50 where he says basically he's gonna let y'all know what it is, when he kind of doesn't. He skips over like the real truth of it. And at 14:55 he also confirms that we haven't talked in a long time. So he made this video without me knowing, without talking to me in a while, without us communicating or making content or anything in a long time since that last confronting video. At 15:45 he talks about how he is more just worried about getting his vids done, and he's going to do it no matter what way he has to. He's gonna, you know, do what he has to do, which, as y'all are gonna see, is very much true. 16:41 he talks about again how I let the comments get to me and how it was just bothering me and stuff, and all this other stuff, which, you know, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It's hypocritical because then he lets this TikTok bother him where he goes and makes like a whole video about me. I don't know. Just from my side, basically I was just low-key, I was irritated at the comments and stuff, because I'm like, yo, like, why are they being so persistent? Little do I know, you know, he's on the other hand feeding y'all this, answering comments and just making it seem more that, and he was lying. So I was getting frustrated, of course. And, you know, I thought Rodney was like my friend. Like, I thought we understood each other, I thought we were cool. So to see that, you know, what he was doing, I was like taken back. I was like, what the heck? Like, you're really showing out for the camera. Like, that's for me, because like I said, my answer and stuff for the camera, how I was for the camera, was the same how I am off camera, and it still is. That's just what it is. And so I was very taken back at what he was doing. I was honestly shocked. In 28 he says I did too much. Then again, he went and made a whole Q&A talking about me, and just, it was just lies. It just wasn't, it wasn't true. He captioned it the truth, but it wasn't the truth. Then at 18:55 he says, do I like her? No. Do I have a crush on her? No. Are we going to get together? No. He says we're cool, you know, there's no beef, but basically he is going to be moving on with his content, and that's how it should have been from the beginning. When he answered that question, he could have easily just said, me and Cassandra are friends, you know. Like, he didn't have to go on to talk about all that extra stuff, but you know, it is what it is. He already did it. I feel like with what I just said and what he said at 18:55, he could have, you know, said that from the get and wrapped up the. Then at 19:46 he says it's time for me to move on, and this is the end, the honest truth. Like I said, that wasn't the truth. That I'm pretty sure when they asked what is the truth between you and Cassandra, all they wanted to know is, are y'all together, are y'all a couple, do y'all talk, or are y'all just friends? That's all you really had to say. He went on to he just belittled me, he disrespected me, he lied. I didn't even know that video was coming out, and believe it or not, I got some backlash on that video. Like, people were coming to me and they were like, you know, I got comments and they were like, why'd you let comments get to you? Why'd you let it break up a friendship, blah blah blah? And I'm like seeing the comments and I'm like, what the heck, like on my page and stuff. So that's when I found out about the video, and I watch it and I'm like, wow, like I'm shocked. Like, I'm like, did he really just do this? Like, he literally lied. After that video dropped, I said nothing. I didn't confront him, I didn't text him, I didn't make a video about it, I didn't talk about him anymore. I just left it alone because I was like, honestly, I feel like that video just showed your true colors. On my end, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna leave it be. We're done making content. There's no reason for me to try to make a video reacting to that because it's just gonna keep going back and forth, and I'm not about that, you know. That's not what I wanted to do. I feel like it was unnecessary and it just didn't need to happen, so I just left it completely. So after that video, I didn't say nothing about it, you know. Like I said, the next day he texts me, and he texts me on Snap, which is weird because we never text on Snap. And he asked me, and he's like, do you feel some type of way about that video? It wasn't supposed to make you feel no type of way. So I'm like, first of all, the fact that you're asking me, like, I didn't tell him this, but this is what I'm thinking. The fact that you're asking me if I feel some type of way, you must know that you took that video a little, like, you know, you messed up in a sense. Someone must have said something to you. Maybe you rewatched it, maybe you looked at the comments, I don't know. But the fact that you're asking me if I'm okay after I said nothing to you, you know, after the video dropped, the day after, you have to feel, you know, some type of way about making it. And that's when I explained to him, you know, the fact that you're asking me that, you should already know. Now, after he says that, after I say that, he replies back with all right or something like that. And I said, I don't remember because of course Snapchat deletes it, but I said something back to him, and I don't remember fully just because it's Snapchat and I know it deleted, but I know I said something else to him. He said something back. He was kind of very like, I'm not gonna say he was nice about it. He was, you know, like just all right, okay, cool, like that type of, you know, attitude. So I was like, wow, like I never seen that part of Rodney. I never, you know, we always been cool, we always been on the same page. So I was shocked, and I was just like, I guess it is what it is, washing my hands off with like this little collab, and that's that. After he does that, he deletes me off of Snapchat, he deletes me off of Instagram, and he just deletes me off of everything. So then I'm really like, what? Like, I'm literally confused. Like, you're upset at a video you made and you deleted me because I got upset that you blatantly just disrespected, lied, and belittled me in a whole video. You know, it didn't make no sense, but I was like, it is what it is, I'm going on with my life. I did not speak on it or retaliate or anything. I left it how it was, you know. We stopped following each other, we stopped being friends on Snapchat, all the other stuff. It is what it is. Now fast forward some time, this is when Rodney started to reach out very consistently to me, and it started off at first he wanted me to work with him and someone else, and I was like confused at first because I thought I was just gonna work with the other person, but it turns out he wanted me to work with him, like both of them together. I'm not sure, but basically I politely told him no. I was like, you know, I just can't, I don't want to, you know. For me as a person, I am big on respect, and I just feel like once you already showed me your true colors, so why would I go back? That's like giving somebody the freaking, somebody goes to shoot you and they miss, so why would I pick the gun back up and give it to you? You know what I mean? That's how I seen it. And I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm big on respect and like loyalty and stuff, whether you're a friend or not. And once you break that with me, there's really, you know, you already showed me what's up. There's no coming back. With me, you know, turning him down and stuff, even though he is constantly reaching out to me many different ways, even after I say no and stuff, as nicely as I can, and just keeping, you know, keeping the good vibes, because I don't want beef. I didn't want drama. I didn't want any of that. You know, I don't want to make, what do I look like, you know, going back on your channel or going to make content with you after what you just did? You know, that it's a respect thing for me, and you don't have to understand that. You know, some people will understand it and understand where I'm coming from, some people won't, but that's just what it is and what it was for me, and that's how I had to, you know, handle it. Even though I was, you know, telling him no and stuff, he was still posting content that dealt with me. He was still answering to comments that dealt with me. He was still feeding into it, because I feel like that's when he realized, you know, the fans or his subscribers or whatever really wanted to see me on his channel, or really wanted to see us together, and he kind of, you know, he messed that up. And instead of just telling that to y'all, he just kept feeding y'all stuff, and he just kept going on with like this game and just playing. He just was playing with y'all, instead of just coming out and saying, like, you know, I messed up, Cassandra's not going to be back on the channel, and we're not going to make content together anymore, and that's, you know, my bad. And I feel like your apology has to be as big as the disrespect, but it was been past that, because he was coming to me, you know, admitting all this stuff, but then he was still online. I was just the one who just didn't want to make videos with him. I was the one who just didn't like him. Like, you know, he was just feeding y'all so much, and I'm like, you're still doing it. Like, what is wrong? Like, I just don't understand. At this point though, you know, he's still asking me sometimes, and at this point I just stopped replying, because I'm like, obviously you don't understand. I am not someone, I did not want to be, you know, rude about it. Like, even despite everything that happened and like what, you know, he may have did to me, I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to go about it, you know, wrong. I felt like, honestly, we are both humans. People make mistakes. I understand that, but you have to understand that I'm, you know, my answer is no. And then I just stopped replying, because there was no more for me to say. Like, it was done with. Like, the situation was over with. So yes, after that last little message that you see, I did not reply or anything, and he was still posting content. I just felt like at this point he was taking advantage of my kindness, and he was just taking advantage of me not speaking up. And I'm not really sure what was going on through his mind, but he was like, just still, he posted a picture of us on his story, which I just don't understand why you're doing that. We're not friends, so why, you know, why are you still feeding this to your followers? Then we're going to fast forward on to this specific day. So basically, I am laying in bed talking to my friend, minding my business, and I get a phone call, and I'm like, what the heck? So I hang up, and then I get another call, and I'm like, what the heck, why is this number blowing me up? I hang up. Then I get a text, and it's like, Rodney leaked your number, leaked, ha ha ha. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, in my head, I have so much things running around. I'm like, did he really leak my number? Is he trying to prank me? You know, like, I've been around him enough that I could kind of know, you know, I know him in a sense. You know, obviously I didn't know him as good as I thought I did, but I know him in a sense. So I'm like, this man is trying to make content. So I go on his Instagram stuff, and I see that he made a post, and he was like, going live in a little bit, we're about to make a banger. So I'm like, oh, fuck that. I know that he went live, or he was live or whatever, and he's making a banger, he's making a video. I'm thinking in my head, he's trying to prank me. I'm like, I'm not about to reply or nothing, because I'm not giving this man no content. And like he said in his video, he's going to get a video done regardless, and that's what he basically did. And that's basically what I was thinking he was doing, is he was going to get a video out of me or content out of me, whether he had my consent to, whether I agreed to it. He was going to do what he needed to do, whether I said it was okay or not. Fast forward from there, the next day my phone is blowing up with text messages, and I'm like, why the fuck is this number still texting me? And granted, I kind of knew that, I also knew that he didn't actually leak my number, because I was like, there's no way that one person is texting me. You know, I feel like if my number was to get leaked, a whole bunch of people would be texting me right now. The fact that it's only one number, I knew something was up. So the next day in the morning, that number is blowing my phone up, and now that I know who it was and like what it was, I'm confused on why the hell they were doing that. Like, I don't know, I just end up blocking the number and I go on with my day. So then fast forward some time, I realized that Rodney had posted a video and it was like a truth or dare or whatever, but in that video he didn't talk about me. He didn't, like, I'm not sure, in the first one it didn't have no, you know, relationship to me, but in the comments people, you know, were talking about me and stuff. So then fast forward some time later on, I get another comment and it's this girl, and basically she's talking about a video Rodney made, and I'm like, what other video did this man just make? Like, I'm so confused. So I go look, and he made another video, and in that video I am mentioned, and it's basically, I find out that it was a dare for him to call me, but he knew that I wasn't going to answer, so he had someone else call me, which I don't get why he would even still keep bringing me up, knowing we're not friends, why he would think that would be okay to call me. Luckily enough, I didn't answer, but yeah, I'm not sure why he thought that would be a good idea. But now I see you're giving my number out, you're still using me for parts of your content, you're still, he puts a screen that says link in bio, and I'm like, what link? People are asking, what link? Where's the link to Cassandra? Like, all this other stuff, as if he's going to make another video about me, which there's no content to make because I didn't answer the call, I didn't text back, I literally didn't answer at all. So I'm like, you know, at this point it is becoming too much. It already was too much before, but now I don't know what he's going to do next. I don't know what he's planning to do with my name. I don't know what he's going to, you know, I basically don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's feeding to people. People don't know the truth, and basically, you know, I'm like, I have to speak up. In that video and in the comment section on Instagram that he posts, he's still answering comments about me. He's still feeding into it. People are asking where I'm at, and he's making a joke out of it. One comment, and it was like, bring Cassandra back or something like that, and he replied to it with emojis, and I'm like, why are you still feeding that? And it's very frustrating because it's like, you know, I haven't spoke up, I haven't retaliated, I haven't made any type of, you know, content going back to it, and you continuously are feeding these people and your audience and your fans these lies. So then they're coming on my end and they're asking me stuff, and you know, I'm getting upset because I'm like, why are these people still, like, why are y'all still asking about it? Like, y'all see we're not making content, why are y'all still asking? But then now obviously I understand and I see it's because he's still continuously feeding stuff to y'all that isn't true, just to keep y'all there, or just to keep y'all around, to thinking there's gonna be something when there isn't. As y'all see, you know, I was always nice. I just politely said no. I let him know why, even though I didn't have to. You know, there were so many ways I could have went about it, and I feel like I went about it the best way that I needed to for myself and for me and for, you know, my page, and just how I wanted to handle it. I handled it how I wanted to, and I handled it the best that I thought I should have. At this point, I feel like, you know, y'all deserve the actual truth. Y'all deserve to know that there is no relationship between us. There never was. This is the truth. This is what actually went down. We are no longer, you know, I can't even say we're friends anymore. We are just people with memories that used to make content, and there's no longer anything a part of us anymore. And I'm sorry, you know, it's very unfortunate. I did not, you know, expect it to end out like this, but it did. And basically, yeah, that's just what it is. But yeah, y'all, so basically this video was just to, like it says in the title, tell my truth, tell y'all what it is, tell y'all my side, and you know, what was really going down. I feel like, you know, I've been quiet for too long and y'all were just so confused and just, y'all wanted answers, so these are the answers and this is the truth. After this video though, I will not be speaking on this again. I hope to not, you know, anything goes on after this. I hope y'all understand, you know, where I'm coming from. And just the situation, I tried to really, you know, explain it the best that I can and just really tell y'all what's up, because this has been going on for too long and it just actually needs to end. Like, it actually needs to be done with it. We actually need to, you know, move on and go on with our own lives and with new content. You know, we both have great things in store for us. I just hope y'all can really, you know, understand that and stuff. This is basically the end of this video. I'm not sure how long this is, and I hope I answered all y'all questions. And basically, yeah, that's the end of this video, and that's the end of this situation and this whole miscommunication going on. And yeah, that's the end. I'm gonna catch you on the next video though. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and go follow me on Instagram and TikTok, all that Big Cash Cash, and stay tuned for the content that I got for y'all. Like I said, it's gonna be crazy, okay? It's gonna be crazy. No new shoe content, new outfit content, new tattoo content, all coming to y'all. But I'm gonna stop talking because I've been talking for such a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.